Hi everyone, Adam here, and this is what I watched for December 2024. Just a quick overview of everything I saw that month. It's either first time watches or things I saw at the cinema. Alright, let's begin. On the 13th of December, I watched Kraven the Hunter, the last movie in the Sony Spider-Man universe. Here's a synopsis. Villains aren't born, they're made. Kraven and Kravinoff complete relationship with his ruthless gangster father. Nikolai starts him down a path of vengeance with brutal consequences, motivating him to become not only the greatest hunter in the world, but also one of its most feared. I did find this disappointing. The action was tepid. I didn't think Aaron Taylor-Johnson did a bad job. It's not the most memorable, but I wouldn't say it's the worst in the Sony Spider-Man universe. It's really up to you to decide what you think it is. But it's not great either. Most of the movies in the Spider-Man universe, Sony Spider-Man universe, have been pretty disappointing. In a way, I think the best ones they've done is definitely Venom. Even though they're not all great movies, at least they have some fun entertainment value. This one takes itself very seriously. On the 15th, I watched The Lords of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim. Here's a synopsis. Hope has yet to abandon these lands. 183 years before the events chronicled in the original trilogy, a sudden attack by Wolf, a clever and ruthless Dunlending lord seeking vengeance for the death of his father, forces Helm, Hammerhand, and his people to make a daring last stand in the ancient stronghold of the Hornburg. Finding himself in an increasingly desperate situation, Hera, the daughter of Helm, must summon the will to lead the resistance against a deadly enemy intent on their total destruction. Okay, so this is an animated prequel to the original Lord of the Trilogies, kind of a anime style. It's just okay. The story's not great or that exciting, to be honest. Animation was interesting. It kind of looked like they used real backgrounds or photorealistic backgrounds with, yeah. I wouldn't say it's great. It was kind of it does link to the movies, but I'd say the story wasn't really needed, to be honest. I mean, there's some interesting ideas, but it's just so-so. On the 22nd, I watched the horror comedy classic at the cinema, Gremlins. Here's a synopsis for those who haven't seen it, but I'm sure most of you have. When Billy Peltzer is given a strange but adorable pet named Gizmo for Christmas, he inadvertently breaks the 3 important rules of caring for a mogwai, unleashing a horde of mischievous gremlins on a small town. I've always enjoyed Gremlins. It's kind of got some tongue-in-cheek humour. Part of the joke is the rules really don't make any sense. I know it's considered a family movie. It's not really. It's still rated PG, but it's pretty violent. And Kate's story, it's kind of, is it funny? Is it darkly humorous? Is it meant to be? But that's pretty much sums up Gremlins. The special effects dated a little bit. There's some charm to the puppets though. And Gizmo's still adorable. Yeah, it does have some really dark humour in it though. On the 3rd, I watched Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Alright, here's a synopsis. New adventure, new rival. Sonic, Knuckles and Tails reunite against a powerful new enemy, Shadow, a mysterious villain with powers unlike anything they've faced before. With their abilities outmatched in every way, Team Sonic must seek out an unlikely alliance in the hopes of stopping Shadow and protecting the planet. Another decent entry in the Sonic series. I've kind of enjoyed them. They've been pretty fun. Jim Carrey is completely over the top in this, but that's kind of what you want. but Ben Schwartz is the voice of Sonic. All the voice talent does a really good job. But yeah, I mean, and Keanu Reeves as Shadow, intensity to the role, even though he's a really just a hedgehog. But yeah, these movies are nothing but undemanding fun, which is what you want sometimes. On the 28th, I watched The Black Demon. Here we go. All right, the synopsis is Nature Bites Back. Oilman Paul Sturges' idyllic family vacation turns into a nightmare when they encounter a ferocious megalodon shark that will stop at nothing to protect its territory. Stranded and under constant attack, Paul and his family must somehow find a way to get his family back to shore alive before it strikes again in this epic battle between humans and nature. Okay, so shark movie, obviously, it's not good. The shark has a motive, I'll put it that way, which is kind of silly, to be honest. It's not good. I don't want to say too much about it. Please. It's not the worst shark movie I've seen. It's not as bad as Jaws: The Revenge, but it's pretty close. The family is really unlikable. Shark, you never get a good look at the shark either. Most of it's hidden in, because this is set on an oil rig. Hidden in the oil to make, I guess that's probably, so you don't get a good look at the special effects, a good look at the CGI or whatever. But no, it's bad. It's pretty bad, this one. Okay, on the 29th, I watched Gary. This follows the extraordinary story of Gary Coleman's rise to international fame as a child star of different strokes. He struggled with fame and the controversy surrounding his tragic death at the age of 42. For the first time, viewers will get insight into Coleman's private world through the exclusive interviews with his fellow actors, industry insiders, and his estranged ex-wife and parents. Don't know how many people here are old enough to remember the sitcom Different Strokes. It was a phenomenon. It made Gary Coleman a star, but he was always stuck with that role because of a condition which stunted his growth. A bit of controversy with a lot of the actors from Different Strokes. This documentary could have been a bit more interesting. It's kind of, some of it was well done. Some of it was just kind of bland. It does give an insight to how fickle fame can be. One day you can be famous, the next day it's taken away. But it's just an okay documentary. I think they could have gone in depth a bit more, but it's not bad either. And on the 31st, I went to the cinema that's known as the Astor here. It's a revival cinema, and they play a lot of classic films. So on New Year's Eve, watched Ghostbusters 2. Here's the synopsis. Guess who's coming to save the world again, having lost their status and credibility 5 years after covering New York City's with gooey roasted marshmallows in Ghostbusters. The city's former heroes and once popular spirit hunting struggle to keep afloat. Forced to work odd jobs, however, when Dana and a baby with the paranormal, it is up to Peter Venkman and his fearless team of supernatural crime fighters to step up and save the day once more. Humankind is in danger as rivers of slimy, psycho-reactive ectoplasm paired with the dreadful manifestation of evil 16th century tyrant Vigo the Carpathian threaten to plunge the entire city into darkness. Is the world ready to believe? Can the Ghostbusters save us for the second time? I always like Ghostbusters too. It's I know it's one of those movies which, when it originally came out, didn't get much love. Yeah, but I always liked it. Cast still have chemistry. They have a pretty decent villain in Vigo. It does follow some of the story beats of the original, in some ways, but I think one of the standouts, I think one of the best characters, Janos Poha, the head of the museum, Peter McNichol, going all out, which you might as well. You can tell it's one of those things where you can tell he's having fun with the roles, and he gets some great lines in there. You know, it's like, to me, it's not as good as the original, but it's still a fun, pretty decent sequel. Yeah, all right. So that's going to wrap it up for what I watched in December 2024. All right, let us know. Have you seen any of these, and what do you think? Like, comment, subscribe. I'm Adam, and I'll see you again soon.